We got our first Yo Viral versus Mariano battle of the night. Ace queen for Yo Viral. Mariano puts in a 3-bet with 8-7 suited and flops middle pair. King 8-3 rainbow. This is as dry of a board as it gets. This board favors the 3-better.
10 seconds. And
he has the best of it as well with middle pair. Does Yo Viral want to continue here with ace queen?
28. Raise to 2,800.
Not only does he want to continue, he check raises and a snap call by Mariano. He beats him into the pot. Wow.
Well, that is a spicy 3-bet by Mariano, but it leads us to this fun situation on the flop where you have such a weird hand to get check raised when you have. You're like, oh, I have 7-8 suited. He does not put me on 7-8 suited. That's
right.
Pretty interesting. But I think the crucial part of this hand so far is the check raise. And I know Yo Viral is a good player. He plays in a lot of high roller stuff, but this feels like clicking buttons. I don't know why we're choosing this time in this scenario to check raise with ace high. It doesn't feel like there's any real reason behind it. Can you think of anything, Jonathan?
I mean, the only things I can think of are A, it's a super, super dry board, so there's less continues once we check raise. Like, he doesn't have any open-enders. There aren't any open-enders possible. There aren't any gutters possible, stuff like that. So he's going to have more folds. Our opponent is, number one. Number two, he bet really tiny, so we can attack it. I don't know. We block ace king and king queen a bit. That's good. There's not much here.
There's not much.
It's not our board.
You can find reasons to check raise on any board that you want to, but this is not the time, right? Like Mariano 3-bet from +1. He has all of the really big hands here. I don't know why we're attacking that range.
I mean, we have pocket 8s and we have pocket 3s. Maybe we think Mariano's only calling with those hands so we've got those, and Mariano only has king for the big sets, and then also aces and ace king. But
he still has to fold the other hands, even if he can't have.
I agree.
So it feels like a button clicky type thing here.
It feels super button clicky, and it feels like a mistake.
It does. Mariano's call does not, though. Mariano has, what we discovered on the podcast is we think this might be a better hand, at least not overall because of the equity denial aspect that we miss out on by not having a big hand like aces or ace king. But this hand blocks really important value here. This blocks the most likely type of hand that Yo Viral would check raise for value, which is pocket 8s and pocket 3s.
Yeah, it's really strong to have this hand right here. This is a above average flop for our hand, although it's not amazing. It's still an above average flop. We have a middle pair. That's pretty good. And we block the thing that we really want to block. We just have to call this check raise.
It's an easy call.
Yeah.
An even easier call is using the link in our pinned tweet to sign up for Nitro Betting. It's so easy, it takes very little time to sign up, and once you do, you get access to the Poker Guys monthly tournament, Jonathan.
You get so many good things. You get an incredible 100% deposit bonus. It's amazing, up to like a lot of money. I don't know, $700 or something. They have casino games, they have sports betting, they have your dreams caged, and you can free them.
Wow, they caged the dreams. That was rude, but it's a good business model.
It works every time.
Now, what's interesting here is that when Mariano 3-bets pre, bets flop, and snap calls the check raise, it's so unlikely that he has a set here. So he's capped at a hand like aces, a really good one-pair hand, or ace king. Just the way the hand played out, you can kind of figure that it's very, very, very likely that Mariano is
37.
capped at a good one pair. But he actually has a little bit worse of a hand than that. And Yo Viral's going to keep going for it. But he's really only repping 8s and 3s here, right? Like, is Yo Viral going to call a 3-bet with ace king and then check raise flop? That's kind of unlikely. I guess it's possible, but pretty unlikely. So he really only, if he continues betting on this river and if he goes big, he's really only repping 8s and 3s. And Mariano has an 8, so 8s is fairly unlikely. So Yo Viral's really saying I have bottom set from Mariano's perspective if he has a hand. Could he have king 9 suited? Yeah, that's possible. Could he have check raise with air on the flop and turn to heart draw? Maybe he has 6-7 hearts and he rivered the nuts. Yeah, that's remotely possible. but the most likely hand he's repping here is threes and one combo of eights from Mariano's perspective. But, you know, the way Mariano's played the hand and calling so fast on the flop and the turn after 3-betting pre, it looks like he has aces or ace-king. It really does, maybe king-queen. So does Yo Viral really want to go for this, knowing that Mariano most likely has aces or ace-king here, or king-queen? And that's where the metagame comes in here. Why would he keep going for it if his hand looks so much like those hands? And look at this, the overbet from Yo Viral. He's going huge.
27-3.
Almost 2 times the pot. What a play.
What to do?
I mean, how do you ever call here? Mariano won a 76K pot earlier against Natucci. He is up nearly 40K. Does he want to risk it here in this hand in such a high variance spot against such a good player in Yo Viral? This is the first hand that they've battled tonight. 2 YouTube poker vlogger superstars meeting for the first time, playing their first hand against each other. This is it. And Yo Viral going for the jugular right away with a huge overbet bluff. And Mariano has just an 8, facing a huge bet. It's polarized. Yo Viral either has 3s or 8s, maybe an outside chance of king-9 suited or a backdoor 6-7 suited, but most likely just 3s. And does Mariano want to risk a $27,000 hero call this early in the game?
I was really hoping to not use any of these time things today.
Credit to Mariano for even thinking this long about it, whether he calls or not. An incredible bluff. Very ballsy by Yo Viral. If Mariano makes this call, it is one of the sicker hero calls I've seen in a long time, and I'm not exaggerating. This would be absolutely sick for this big of an overbet to call with this weak of a hand on this board against this player. It really, really would. And this is Mariano's first Friday appearance here in Hustler Casino Live. Can he do it? His fans want him to. This would be absolutely epic. Can he figure it out? Can he make the call?
Sorry, guys. I don't want to be boring everyone. I really want to put this in here. So how much is it?
27,300.
It's Nick's money.
Yeah, take your time. I'm winning. I'm
It's
good.
Nick's money.
Sit here and lock it up.
It's Nick's money. I mean, what the fuck?
His gut is telling him to call, but it's so risky.
Not easy to get new $2.
Yeah.
That was a fold.
I'm gonna need another one. My hand's so shit.
makes the call. Are you kidding me? What an incredible call by Mariano. $70,000 pot. He just owned Yo Viral.
Well, that pot got pretty big.
Ja.
Nice. I like that way you
Thank
said
you.
that.
27,300 on the river. That is what we call an overbet. Sir.
Yeah, let's talk about that river bet. The turn is not even really something we need to talk about too much. I mean, Yo should continue a lot of the time once he's called on the flop. There's a lot of hands that Mariano's going to have to give up now.
Yeah, you just got to attack to get fold out jacks, tens, queens.
Yeah, stuff like that. Mariano has actually a better hand to call with than those in the turn and does make the call. So on the river, this is a monster bet by Yo, and I think he's trying to say, like, you don't have to call with ace-king, man. You just don't have to put the money in.
I mean, if you're Yo, you're thinking, what's the worst hand I'm up against here? Well, now that we've gotten the call on the turn. King 10 suited, probably. Maybe queens are holding on, but a lot of king 10 suited.
You would be
right?
wrong, but
yeah. But so we can probably successfully fold out some of those more raggedy kings with the worst kickers. Can we get ace king to fold? Maybe with a bet this big, maybe we can get aces to fold too. And if we can do that, this is got to be a profitable.
I mean,
bet.
that's got to be the reason that Yo chooses this size is to fold out those better hands that are not super premiums like sets, right?
I think so.
He's like, I want to give myself a chance to fold those out. Those are the ones that make the most sense based on the pre-flop action anyway.
Right.
So let's fold those out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's a good idea overall expected value wise versus betting something like 5 to 10,000 because what we lose by doing this is the ability to rep ace king and aces ourselves.
We really cannot rep ace king when we bet 27,000. Like we never we have only for value at this point. It feels like pocket threes, pocket eights.
Yep. And maybe the occasional backdoor straight.
Yes.
The 6-7 suited with two backdoors on the flop.
Correct.
There. Yeah.
There's that too.
Yeah. But that's all, right? That's really all we're repping is those three types of hands.
It feels like it, yeah.
And maybe sometimes a set of kings, but it's so rare to play a set of kings this way on every street almost, so it's unlikely.
Agreed.
All right, so he does make the bet. Clearly he's trying to fold out more of the range than he should be able to, and that's the goal here.
It's a cool thing to try. I actually really admire the effort once he sort of gets himself here. It's like, I got to get ace king to fold. How can I do it? This is how.
And of course, the problem is he limits the combos that he's repping for value.
Yes.
To now those sets of 8, sets of 3s, and 6-7. And very critical for Mariano is he blocks 2 of those things. He blocks a set of 8s and he blocks 6-7 with 7-8 of clubs.
And of course, as you mentioned before, he also blocks what were backdoor flush draws on the flop.
Yep.
Or sorry, he unblocks those, I should say.
Right.
So there's
clubs,
more bluffs, it feels like.
Clubs is the best combo to have as Mariano of 7-8 or anything because those are the things that Yo would continue with, would have the backdoors with them. And so we want to unblock those.
So what we're saying is we actually think this may be the best bluff catching hand in all of Mariano's range.
Except for his super premiums that got here as slow plays like set of kings.
Well, that's not a bluff catching hand,
right?
Right. That's just a monster.
Of Mariano's weak hands that are losing to the value, which is everything worse than a set of 3s.
The bluff catchers.
Yeah. This is maybe literally the best hand that he can have.
I think this and 8-6 of clubs are the 2 best possible hands.
Right.
So congratulations, dude. You got one of them. You're just going to have to call against a bet this polarizing. Now, this is the kind of hand where if Yo Viral were to bet 7,000 on the river, now we may have to fold this hand.
That changes things, right?
Now it feels like he can have ace king.
Now we want to have aces instead of this hand.
Right.
Yeah.
But things have flipped now. When it's this polarizing, it's really just these very particular, very strong hands. When we block them really well.
We even have the clubs, man. It's amazing. We unblock the back doors. It's perfect.
Right. So like Jack 10 of hearts may have taken this line and just feel like obligated to take the shot on it when it turns the gutters.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Anyway, it's a cool hand and a good call by Mariano, we think, in theory and in practice.
Yeah, great job.
All right, we had a lot of solver-style thoughts on this one. Let's see what the actual solver had to say.
The mechanical solver.
The mechanical evil solver that was operated by Wesley Cannon. Imagine Wesley Cannon in like a large mech warrior type thing, just like mowing down villagers.
I love it.
Yeah.
I can totally see that.
Yeah. That's what using Pio is like. All right, back to the flop. Mariano can bet 100% of his range on this flop. That is not a surprise. It's a dry king high board. He's the aggressor. Yo Viral starts messing up right away. According to Pio, he should fold 70% of his ace queen off combos and be calling the rest of the time. No raising at all. So Pio wants to punt this into the sun, this race.
Wow. Nicely said.
Thanks. And you're not surprised by that, are you?
No, it was a weird decision to raise this hand.
Yeah. Yep. And Mariano can call with all pairs, with, for some reason, the exception of King 10 of clubs, which Wesley had no idea why.
Huh.
The solver wants to fold King 10 of clubs.
It wants to fold top pair?
Only one combo of top pair.
But
Out of
why
all
any
of
of
the
it?
out of all of the potential combos of top pair, King 10 of clubs is a
That's
fold.
super weird.
His actual hand is a pure call, as the kids like to say.
Yeah.
Heading to the old turn ball. Yo should be checking his exact hand, but Pio doesn't mind betting some ace queen off, so like that just means it's all randomness and it's fine. Maybe there's some suitedness thing going on. I'm not going to take the time to figure out
Great.
what the hell is going on with that.
Let's not.
But Pio prefers a check, so Yo's doing it all wrong so far.
Okay.
Mariano should mix calling and raising. He actually wants Mariano to just come out and raise here sometimes once
Wow.
bet into.
That's weird.
Yeah.
What are we raising to? What are we hoping to accomplish? I wonder.
Fold out some sort of backdoor equity,
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. But
Cool.
he calls because he's a normal human.
He's a person.
He's not a giant mech warrior destroying lives.
Right.
Like you are, Pio. All right, the river, the juicy stuff, the huge bet, and the huge call.
Right. Massive overbet time.
Almost 2x. The solver does like bluffing with Yo's hand while we're here, but prefers a size of 10K. So maybe somewhere built into it is the same theory as we have of like you can rep more value there. Although Pio has ace king as almost always a check. So it's not like it's not like
wow.
it's saying you can rep ace king with a 10K bet.
What you're doing is you're blocking ace king and king queen with this hand, right?
Yeah.
And those are the most obvious hands for Mariano to have in theory. at
Sure.
least. So and aces too. You block that.
So the
That's good.
solver has a little problem with everything that Yo's done so far.
Yep.
And we had all these complex theories about the 7-8 of clubs and how it's like maybe the best bluff catcher there is. Pio's like, fuck you.
Not so much,
Yeah.
buddy.
It says this. Wesley says Pio thinks that Mariano's call loses him $7,000.
That is really interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Is what
Yeah.
I would say to that.
I mean, all the reasons that we said before, we don't have to relitigate them, but they seem like solvery reasons, don't they?
they really did. They
yeah.
seemed super solvery and like very solver-esque.
This is just showing that like Pio is a mystery to pretty much everybody still.
At least you and me.
Yeah, I mean,
And Mariano, I guess.
yeah, but this is how life goes, man.
Yeah, I think I would have found a call with Mariano's hand here and been like, okay, I
Well,
guess
guess
I have
what?
to call.
You and I and Mariano are a lot richer than the solver right now.
That's right. How's that feel? Solver.
Yeah, why don't you enjoy your gutter life, Pio? Because that's what you earned.
So the solver strongly disagrees with us and Mariano that it's a call on the river. Solver strongly disagrees with basically everything Yo Viral does. Do you strongly disagree with the solver, with us, with these players, with your friends, your family? Let us know in the comments. Tell us everything.
Yeah, and if you
Spill.
want to give us the juicy details about how you hate your family, come to
Yeah.
Discord. That's a great place to do it. Or
Sure.
other stuff. The Discord links in the description. We'll see you there.
Okay.